In the medieval world, queens often wielded far more authority than people realise. When kings marched to war, which was often, queens stepped in to run entire estates. They oversaw harvests, settled legal disputes, and approved tax collections. In many regions, a queen's word carried the same authority as the king's seal, making her the true power behind the throne. In times of conflict, royal marriage was never just romance, it was chess. Queens arranged marriages not only for their children, but for nieces, cousins, and allied families across Europe. Each pairing forged bonds, sealed treaties, or combated rival powers. These political unions could alter borders, end wars, or ignite them anew, all orchestrated quietly from a queen's council chamber. Maintaining the royal lineage was taken seriously, and queens travelled with their own physicians, herbalists and midwives, to ensure they remained healthy enough to produce heirs. These personal medical teams often knew remedies and practices unavailable to common people, forming an early version of elite healthcare. Some queens commanded their own chapels within castles, complete with chosen confessors and hand-selected clergy. This gave them personal access to spiritual authority and sometimes political leverage. Their chapels served as quiet sanctuaries for prayer, planning, and diplomacy, away from courtly ears. Medieval queens frequently embroidered tapestries and garments, and some of these works contained hidden prayers, symbolic warnings, or coded messages stitched into borders and patterns. In an era when women were often excluded from official politics, a needle and thread offered subtle ways to express influence. Queens were also champions of literacy. Many funded the creation of illuminated manuscripts, hired scribes, and built libraries inside palaces. Their patronage helped preserve religious texts, poetry, and early scientific works, making them silent saviours of medieval knowledge. When noble families clashed, and they often did, queens stepped in as mediators. Their prestige allowed them to smooth over feuds, negotiate territorial disputes, and prevent bloodshed. Peace, in many cases, wore a crown. Royal dowries were immense. Some queens arrived with entire towns, fertile farmlands, or even fortresses as part of their marriage agreements. The lands they brought could significantly expand a kingdom's resources overnight. Many queens championed religious charity, founding hospitals, almshouses, and poorhouses. Their patronage saved countless lives and created early forms of organised social care in Europe. Queens were not confined to chambers. Some were skilled hawkers and hunters who rode beside knights during royal hunts. These excursions allowed them to mingle with warriors, hear court gossip, and exert influence far from the formal throne room.